This city was once the jewel of our kingdom. A place of light and beauty and music. And so it shall be once more!
Somebody's found me into the abyss.
This is my power.
Welcome to Zorpazorp Gaming, my name's Lachie and Tom, and welcome to the third installment of our Gondor at War campaign. Once again, we're joined by Tommy Ward.
How you doing?
Pretty good, and today we have some epic Ithilien action, an ambush in Ithilien with some rangers and Faramir trying to snipe a few of my gorgeous Haradrim Mumakil here. So it's going to be pretty epic. Do you want to take us through the scenario, Tom?
Yeah, so pretty much we've got two Mumakil. They're trying to get to Mordor, so they're trying to get off the other board edge, a bit like Reconnoiter, and then Gondor is trying to stop the Mumak. So
yeah, a bit of ambush action.
Yeah.
As we can see here, I have two Mumakil, War Mumaks of Harad, just the normal profile, not the Beastmaster profile. So they've just got a normal Haradrim Chieftain, which comes built in with that profile. I've got 12 Warriors of Harad with bow in each of the Haldar, so I got a bit of return fire action. And then I've got 24 Warriors of Harad with spears, who are my boots on the ground, and I've got to leg my Mumakil straight down that way through our gorgeous little valley of death.
Yeah.
What have you got, Tommy?
Yeah, so I've got 24 Rangers of Gondor, 8 with spears, and then leading them is Faramir, Damrod and Madril again.
Youch, 27 bows. That is going to be a lot of spicy action. Now, obviously, this is replicating the wonderful little scene out of the Two Towers with that stealthy ambush, so there's some pretty cool scenario special rules too.
So the special rule is Unseen Hunters, so pretty much we get a round of shooting before the priority even happens.
Ouch.
And then additionally for the first 3 turns, all models get the Stalk Unseen special rule and are able to reroll 1 for wound when shooting.
Yeah, so the first 3 turns and that free shoot at the start is going to be pretty spicy. For shooting, Stalk Unseen is basically Elven Cloaks, so if the models are partially obscured at all, you have to be 6 inches away from them to be able to see them or shoot them or charge them, which is going to be huge. Luckily, of course, that's not going to affect my trample moves with the Mumakil, because they just move, and if they move through enemy units, they crush them. So that could be good. Obviously, of course, if Tommy wounds my Mumakil in the pre-game shoot or the normal shooting phase, I have to take a courage test, and my Mumakil might stampede and run away like crazy, and Tom will take control of them for the turn. Which I think will certainly be a big play. He can run them off the board edge, they count as a casualty. He can run them over my own troops, run them into each other. So lots of crazy Ranger on Mumakil action. We're going to jump into finalising off our deployments, and then we'll get this epic ambush in Ithilien underway. So here we have my beautiful Haradrim hordes. You can see my foot sloggers marching on the left and right flanks, and I've got a couple of little guys in the center who are probably going to get squashed if we have any stampedes. And then Tom has assembled a wonderful little gun line here of rangers. He's got Faramir here in this cluster, just nestled in this side, and he's sent his 2 lieutenants, Damrod and Madril, over to the other side to execute a pretty epic ambush, and he's even got a few rangers up the back here as well. So, Tommy, shall we jump into your free shoot?
Yeah, let's go for it. So, we've got 24-inch bows, so pretty much everyone bar this little squad back here. So, I mean, we will try and execute a few shots with this first group here with Madril and 4 other rangers. So Madril's in red, and we're just going to shoot at this first Mumak. So heading on 3s, so 4 hit, 1 misses. Hit. So just shooting straight at this Mumak. 1-6 hits, so that's Madril's, just needing 4 now. And he's put a wound on the Murloc. There
Jesus
we go.
Christ.
Very good round of shooting there. Good
Alright,
on him.
so this one's got 1 wound on him, and I'll have to take a stampede test. Who else is shooting?
Alright, we'll use Damrod and his soulmate here again. So Damrod's in red. We're just going to shoot straight into the first Harrod warrior over here. Oh, not so good.
Big snake eyes.
But are we re-rolling ones?
Oh, so that's to wound.
That's the wound?
Yep, yep.
And then 3 here, just straight into the warriors again. 2 hit, needing 5s or 6s. 2 kills.
Very nice. Oh yeah, Haradrim. So 2
Yeah.
go down. Pluck
There's
those
2
guys out.
warriors.
Alright, a wound on the Mumuk and 2 Haradrim down.
Faramir's lieutenants are doing well on that side. Right, so moving over here, we're going to try and cause a bit of carnage into this side of Mumuk as well. So we'll use Faramir and his little unit from the woods. So we've got 4 warriors and Faramir, who's in red again, and they're just going to shoot straight at this first Mumuk. So all by 1, needing 6s and 4s. So 1 6 goes through, needing a 4, and he's made it. There we go. Got a wound on each.
Oh dear.
Going
oh dear.
well. Alright, now these 3 ranges. We'll try and do a similar thing. I'll just shoot into this first rank of spearmen. 3 hit. Needing 5s, 1 kill there. The 3rd Harrod down. And finally we've got 3 ranges here. We'll shoot at these warriors again over here. All hit, needing 5s. 1 kill. There we go.
Well, look at that, a mirror on each side.
Yeah, 2 warriors each and a Mumuk wound each.
Alright, so straight away I've got some stampede tests to take. So I have got 2 dice here. I've got a clear 10, adding the courage of my chieftains, of course. Now, luckily they've got 1 point of will, so if I get something really bad, I might be able to help myself out here. So I think I'm courage 4. So let's see how we go. Alright, 6 and 4, so that is a pass. And on the farm Mumuk on the right hand side, 7. Alright, no stampedes this turn, luckily. Yeah, that was not a sure thing. So let's jump into priority, Tom.
Yeah, let's go for it.
4 high. So the forces are evil are off, and we are going to get these Mumuks away from these pesky rangers. So my Mumaks have had kind of no choice really but to just plunge forward their normal 8 inches this turn. Want to get them away from this pesky board edge, so no angled movements. My Haradrim troops have kind of spread out through the forest trying to find the source of these mysterious arrows. And we're getting pretty close over here. We can see Damrod, so some charges next turn depending on how priority goes. Tommy, you've advanced a couple of these squads up?
Yeah, so I've moved a few warriors up here, moving them 3 so they can still shoot, trying to clear over this rock. The rest near Faramir have stayed still as sort of an archer unit right now. Damrod's little unit have stayed put as they're in the trees, and Madril has moved up for a bit of cover from all these poison arrows.
Yes,
And
of
then
course.
My little reserve unit have moved full, so they can't shoot this turn, but they're just trying to get their high ground and maybe stop some Mumuks at some point.
Very nice. Yes, the Stalk Unseen is going to play into effect here, very much so. Now, I've got priority, so I can shoot first. Let's have a look and see what targets I've actually got.
I'm going to call a heroic.
Ooh, a heroic.
I'm going to call a heroic shoot with Faramir.
Heroic shoot with Faramir. Yeah, they are a little exposed down here, so that's probably a good move. All right, well, I'm not going to counter call. I'm going to save my might for heroic marches, so take it away.
Alrighty, so anyone within 6 of Faramir gets to shoot first. So we're looking at this warband all the way up to these 3, not the 2 over here. So we will shoot with Faramir's little soul unit first. So Faramir in red again with 4 archers shooting straight at the Mumuk. See if we can get around 2.
Ooh,
So we
lovely.
all hit, needing 6s now. 1 6, looking at 4s. He fails.
Re-rolling 1s to wound.
Rerolling 1s to wound.
Oh,
There we go.
it makes
See,
the difference.
We do get the wound now.
Okay, so I've got to immediately take my courage test when the wound is scored. So I need to pass this. Oh, look at that. My Mumuk ain't
No
going
worries.
anywhere yet, but he is down to 8 wounds now, peppering him away.
Yeah, these 3, we'll have a look. We're going to shoot the very first warrior here.
Mm-hmm. 2 hits.
2 hit, needing 5. So there we go.
Whoa! Kill the one behind him as well.
Oh,
Got 2 wounds. Very nicely done. All right,
and
so a few cash over there.
Yeah, and then the last 3 here shooting straight up into this mimic again.
Mm-hmm.
Hitting on 4s this time because they moved half.
2 hits.
Now needing 6s.
Another one.
6, 4.
Oh, look at that!
There's the other 6.
All right, let's do another stampede check. This poor left mimic. Oh, 6 plus 4 just passes. Just
lucky.
passes. All right, any more shooting from that heroic shoot?
No, now it's your shoot.
All right, well, my boys are definitely going to start returning fire down at those pesky ranges. They are getting peppered here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that are going to be able to see. He can shoot over his buddy's shoulder, so 8, but he will be blocked. So I've got 8 shots, and I'm going to target... they're all... Faramir's in cover. This guy's out in the open, so I'll just target these ranges here first. Let's gather my dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, 1 Rohan. So I need 3s, of course. Radrim have got their sweet little shooting skills. Not too bad. 6 hits for me. And now we're looking for 5s to wound. Re-rolling 1s because of poison arrows. And 2 wounds. Look at that. 2 ranges down. Nice work, boys. Let's have a look at the boys on this side. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 who haven't fired, but I don't think they have a target. Maybe these guys. Can you check range for me, Tom?
No,
they're out.
I'm gonna make it maybe from here. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, let's move on to this elephant then. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, shooting down into these guys. I'll just check if they're not obscured by any hills or anything. Ah, yes. Okay, so this ranger here can't be targeted, but I can target these 2 here because, of course, he's blocked by his own buddy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looking for 3s to hit, and yeah, not too bad, lads. That's 4 hits for us, and then 5s to wound these pesky rangers of Gondor.
2 kills.
2 go down.
Wow.
The Haradrim. Oh, and of course, poison arrows. Oh, except they're the only 2 I could see anyway.
Killed all possible.
Okay, now I've got a couple of lads here. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. And
shoot into
they are going to shoot into... Ooh, this is a bit tricky. I think Daramir is... sorry, Daramir. I can get a couple on Damrod, but he's blocked from 2 of them. And that's pretty much my only target. So I'm going to shoot with these 1, 2, 3, 4. No, just the 3 will be able to get a shot on Damrod. So they've got 3s. Lovely work. 3 3s. And looking for 5s on Damrod. And nothing. Not even a 1. Alright, so pretty reasonable results. We killed 4 Rangers of Gondor. That's going to help the shooting next turn. And managed to weather the storm. Alright, Tommy, priority?
The rest of my shooting.
Oh, of course. Yeah, what am I talking about? These are going to be some long shooting phases, aren't they?
Alright, so we've got 2 archers here left. Shooting straight up into the normal mimic over here. 1 hit. Oh no, moving. They moved. Not going to hit this time. We'll move. These guys have moved full, so we'll go over to our flank here. And we will go with Damrod and his friend are going to shoot at the mimic. Straight up here. So Damrod's in red. Both hit, needing 6s. Rerolling 1s.
Oh!
He hits it, needing a 4.
Rerolling 1s? Fucking hell, that's amazing. Those 1s are doing the business for the Rangers today. Alright, let's see that stampede check. Come on, boy. Oh, just. We're holding on by our teeth.
Alright, so 3 more shots straight up at the mimic here. 2 hit. Rerolling 1. No. And then Madril and his unit. So we can shoot with... one of them will have to shoot at the warrior here. He hits nothing, and then Madril and 3 others shooting up at the mimic. So they move this turn to get in cover. So he misses, so we got 2 shots, needing 6s. Both hit, needing a 4. 2 wounds.
2 wounds. Alright, so I technically have to take 2 tests, because of course all things are usually individual. So the first one... Oh dear. Oh dear. A 3 and a 1. Alright, so it is stampede time, Tommy, so I've got to do a big stampede on my next turn, and technically we'll just see if the other one... There we go.
Would have failed as
Would have failed as well. Okay, so our first stampede is going down. Any more shooting from you, Tom?
No, that was the last one shooting.
Oh dear, that was a big turn. Lots of rangers dead, but Tommy finally got the first stampede off. He's got choices here. Does he run the Mummock into the other Mummock? Does he try to get it close to a board edge? We'll wait and see what he does. Let's jump into priority for now, Tom.
Yeah.
3, 6, it's going to you. Alright, let's go and check out the next turn.
So I've moved my rangers. Madril's moved further into the woods to try and optimize his shooting range for later in the game. Damrod and his little warband have sort of moved back a bit. They've only moved 3 so they can still shoot, but out of charge range of the Haradrim for another round. We've moved up another 3 up here, so hopefully we can get some shots off before we get shot at like bows and arrows. And then because we cleared out this front rank, we're out of charge range, so Faramir's warband is still going, and my hill warband have moved up 3 so they can still shoot. So all that's left is the stampeding Mummock. So there's a few options. I can try and bring him back, but looking at positioning, I can't fully rotate the base. I could try and stampede his troops or like head off into the bushes, but I'm going to try and crash into each other because we're already on 6 and 8 wounds. So I'm going to pivot, and then I'm going to actually cause the impact, even though it's kind of hard to move these into each other, the impact here so that the Mummock on the left can't actually move forward this turn.
Yeah, so Tom was blocked here back in this with this back rock, which stopped him from doing the full pivot because it's more than 2 inches high, and war beasts can't move through 2-inch obstacles or climb or anything. And now I'm going to be trapped here between this Mummock, and I might be able to get out over this. We'll check if that's 2 inches, but it will definitely cost me half my move if I can. Otherwise, I'm going to be trapped between. But now it's crunch time, Tommy.
Yeah, so we've got to roll for wounding. So when we impact a Mummock, is it 1 strength 9 on each?
No, so it's 3 strength 9 hits on each Mummock.
Each Mummock, wow. Alright, so...
Strength 9 D7, so you're looking at 3s?
3s. So the Mummock that's stampeded, 2 wounds. And hence it will have to take courage checks again.
It
for
will,
next turn.
yep.
And then on the Mummock that was being normal, 2 wounds as well.
Okay, so
there we go.
4 wounds across my Mummock. So let's jump into courage check time. So we're gonna do our charger, the stampeding one. Let's see if my war beast can get on top of it. There's a 9, that's 1 save. The second one, 9 again.
Fine this time.
And now this Mummock over here, is he shocked by his friend's impact? He is not yet. And what about that second little stab? Oh, okay.
Go.
So what I can do now is I can spend my only point of will, because I've got courage 4, I've rolled a 5, so I'm going to spend the only point of will in that chieftain to regain control. I can't have that happening again, or I'm going to be in serious trouble. So I won't be stampeding next turn. 1 Mummock has already moved, but that'll take us to our movement. So I'll do the rest of my troops, and then we'll come back and look at my Mummock. So my ground forces are just continuing their charge in to get some ranger action. I've moved these guys up quite advantageously to block Damrod and this ranger's shots of my Mummock, so they get an in the way, but they're not too close, so that my archers up here are still going to get an in the way, on Damrod. And of course my Mummock has made his big move. He had to step over this little piece of rock and some trees, so he only could move 4 inches, but he managed to get out from being trapped, so hopefully no stampedes on those 2 this turn, because they are looking pretty worse for wear, and I need to get them split up, I think. So that's the end of move. That takes us into your shooting, Tom?
Shooting, yeah. So we'll just start peppering the Mummock again. It seems to be working. So 3 shots straight into the Mummock from over here. This is also the last turn of Stalk Unseen.
No, I think it's 1 more, because we're only turn 2, right? Yeah, it's just only turn 2.
2 hit, a 6, needing a 4. No.
Oh, there we go. Finally, some of those 50-54 rolls on no wounds.
These 2 just shooting straight into the warriors right in front of him. So the red is Damrod. 4. 5 will kill 1. Here we go.
Very nice. Picks a hole in the Haradrim ranks.
Madril and his little unit of 4 shooting straight into that Mummock again. So hitting on 3s. Wow. shocking round. 6s, nothing. These two have moved 3 again, but can shoot, so we'll shoot into the same mimic again. 4 hits, needing 6s, nothing.
Oh well, the left flank of the Gondorian isn't working so much at the moment.
5 here, shooting straight into the mimic again. So, here we go, 4 hit. 1 6, needing a 4. Come on, no. 2 is like the worst outcome we can get. And then 2, 4, 5, and Faramir.
Faramir in the red?
Faramir in the red, shooting at the same mimic again. They all hit.
Oh, nice. There we go. Faramir showing how it's done. 1 6.
6. Faramir is going to use his second point of might to make that
Oh,
a 6.
nice. Alright, here we go. Oh.
No. Both ones.
Both ones?
Reroll.
Yep.
3. Faramir uses his last point of might. Make that a
Oh,
wound.
wow. A double
Let's
burn
see.
for Faramir. Okay, so that's my first wound for the turn, so I'm going to take my test straight away. Let's see if Faramir's 2 might points have got the stampede that Tom's looking for. Oh, just when I saw that 2, I was. But no, the 6 has got me across the line. All right, any more shooting for you, Tom?
No, but what does happen is that you can't shoot off these guys because they've stampeded.
True, of course. Yes. So I've only got shooting from the guys in this howdah. So obviously I've got great targets here that aren't going to be affected by Stalk Unseen, and a few guys over here as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this guy as well, 8 straight down into them, and then I'll put the other 1, 2, 3 into these 2. So let's start with the 3. My guys need 3s to hit, and that's 2 3s, and we're looking for 5 6s or 1s, and we get a 6. Down goes 1 ranger. Very nice, boys. Knock a few more arrows on this side. The 8 into these 5 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looking for 3s. Oh goodness, that's a lot. Oh Jesus, look at that! Shocking.
It's like my shooting.
Needing 5s and 3s and 4s once again. Absolutely no use to us. All right, so just the 1 ranger and no stampedes this turn, which is a good turn for the Haradrim. Let's move on to priority, Tom. Oh, 3, you had it last?
Yes, you get to take it.
Here we go. All right, I think it's Heroic March turn. Let's get these boys out of here. Alright, so Haradrim movement, I have called a Heroic March with this captain here, which is going to affect both of the Mumakil, but we'll get to that in a sec. First up, I've just moved, all of my spearmen have got into a few combats this turn. I've got one guy who snuck in and engaged Madril, and one of the other rangers, and the other boys have just dug up for next turn. And then over here, we are gang-banging Damrod, which is hopefully going to see the end of him, at least tying him up and getting these might points away from my Mumaks. And then over on the other side here, we've got Faramir and some rangers who have found themselves engulfed by a couple of Haradrim. Managed to pick off 2 rangers with each Haradrim, which is going to work quite well. Now, let's move into Mumaks. So this guy is going to move first. I'm going to pivot him, and then he's got a 12-inch move. And I'm going to take him on a slight angle here, but I can't bring him through the terrain, so he's going to move to there. Look at that, big, juicy 12-inch move. And this boy is going to pivot as well, and he's going to move 12 inches to there. Look at that. So, ooh, we're getting close. We're getting close to getting some of these guys off the board. That's a pretty successful move. Let's move into shooting. Alright, so Tom's done his movement, of course, first, and he has pushed a couple of little rangers up here, Tommy, and then just pushed some guys on there too.
All of these guys have moved just 3 inches, trying to get a better angle at the Mummak I want to shoot, which is this one, because he hasn't got any will, so trying to optimize the stampede.
That's the big target for him. Alright, well, it's shooting phase, so I'm up first.
Yeah, you're up.
I have got my full swathe of archers here this turn. Where are we going to start? Let's have a look at... I think I'm going to go for these guys up the back here. Oh, they're probably going to be... Let's start over here, because these are the big threat to me. So I'm going to start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 10, 5 from each Mumakil. So I'll grab my full set of 8, and all these have got arrows on them, and Legolas's bow. Maybe that'll give me a bit of luck. So needing 3s for these 10. There's a 2. There's a 2. Hey, that's not too bad.
And now we're needing 5s. Whoa, with 1-1 and 2 dead. That's not too bad. 2 dead. Alright, so down go 2 rangers. That's certainly going to help. And now over here, my front guys. This guy's not going to be able to see, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can pretty much only see him. So let's start with them. 3s to hit. That's 3 hits. And down he goes. And then I've got these gentlemen here. Now, they can't see Madril because of Stalk Unseen. No. These guys are all in combat. There's not really any point in me shooting into combat. And these guys are all going to be Stalk Unseen as well, except for this guy, but of course he's shot over there. So, that's me, Tommy. Up to you.
Yeah, a bit of firepower coming out of your thing. So, I've got 3 shots here, just going straight into the mimic here. So, 2 hit, needing 6s. Nothing.
You got the 1 reroll. This is the last turn with the special rolls.
No.
Alright.
3 here into that same mark. Nothing. They moved. So
they moved.
Does not do anything. 3 up here also have moved straight into this mimic instead. 2 hit. 6s. No. 2 more have also moved, but they're shooting at the back mimic. Both hit. Nothing.
Nothing. Oh, both rolls
that's all my shooting.
Yes, of course. Damrod, Madril, and Faramir are all in combat this turn, which has certainly helped the Haradrim forces, keeping those pesky might points away. Let's start with the combats. Any heroic combats from you?
No, I won't call any heroic combats.
Let's begin over here, because it's nice and clean.
Yeah.
I've got 3 Haradrim, and you've got 1 Damrod. And it goes to me.
I used my 1 point of might.
Yep, cool.
So I win the combat.
You've got it on fight value.
Yep. Doesn't do the win, but he's still alive.
Back my little dudes away. And then we've got a 1-on-1 here. I'm going to stab.
I'll take it.
Goes to me, re-rolling 1s. Oh, re-roll that one anyway. Oh, now we'll re-roll the 1. Hey!
Wow, was worth it.
Stabbing so rarely pays off, especially the first one of the turn. What else we got?
Over here with Faramir and a ranger on 1.
Alright, I will stab again, why not?
Faramir's in green.
Alright, there you go, stabbing damage. I'm fine. And Faramir kills him. And then 2 rangers on 1 Haradrim. 5 for me.
Yours.
And nothing. Cool, alright, any other combats? Nope,
No,
that's
that's
everything.
it.
Oh no, we got Madril.
Oh yes.
Madril in here.
Madril and a warrior against 1.
And 1 for me. You've got it. And
Strength 4, defense
4. Yes,
Kill him. Yeah,
Madril's
there we
got
go.
him. Okay, so good result for the good forces there on the combats, but I didn't care about killing them. I just wanted to get them out of that last shooting phase. Let's jump into priority, Mr. Tom. 6 out of 5 goes to the forces of good. Let's come back and see how turn 4 is going to unfold.
I won priority, so what I've done is I've tried to maximize my shooting because I need to take down those mimics. So I've used Damrod to hold up 1 and another warrior, and then move 2 up so they can still shoot. I've wrapped into combat with a few rangers, and then I decided I would charge the mimic because if I charge it, it can't move this turn. So 1 warrior failed his courage test, the second one made it in, and Madril's moved along to try and get 1 sneaky shot off. Seems he's on full stats still. Then my warriors have moved to optimize their shooting for the next 2 turns. So they've moved but can still shoot. Faramir has also retreated out the woods and can get a shot off depending on where the mimic moves. And then we're just holding up some combats with 3 rangers here.
Very nice. Alright, well I've got a couple of little lads here that have pushed through the control zones to try and catch Faramir next turn to force Tom to make Faramir move to get him down to that 4+. And then I just ganged up a little bit of action here on Damrod. Of course, this mimic is engaged, but this mimic here did call a heroic march, so he is just going to move the full 12 inches straight at the board edge, and he is now 1 turn away from exiting. But he is going to have to weather a few shots. He is the low will model, so he is the stampede target. Now, of course, Tom can stampede the Mummock off this board edge, and technically it still counts as a casualty because it's leaving the board while not under control. So, bit of a gamble here. I'm going for the quick victory, but I think if I hang around any longer, I'm just going to be in worse condition, so I might as well try and take it now. But I've got no will, so if I fail that courage test from any sneaky wounds, he's just going to run straight off the board next turn, and Tom's going to score 1 Mummock for the Forces of Good. Let's jump into shooting. You're up first, Tom.
Yeah, so we've got 3 archers here. All going to shoot at that Mummock down the end.
Makes sense.
1 hits because they moved.
Oh, not a good start.
2, no. The next 2. 1 hits. 1 get to reroll 1s. No, oh no.
Oh dear.
Faramir. 6,
Big
he hits.
6.
5.
Has he got any might left?
No, he used it last time.
Damn.
Alright. It's all resting on Madril's 1 shot here.
Come on, Maddie. There we go.
He hits. 3. He'll use all 3 of his
All
might
3
points
might.
to get to 6. All on a 50-50 roll now.
Rerolling ones.
Oh.
Rerolling ones.
And he does the wound. He does the wound. There
Fantastic.
we
All right,
go.
so straight off the bat, I got this terror check right here. Oh, good lord, good lord. Okay, I've still got a might point. Oh, big 6s.
No worries. Wow.
No stampeding for this Mummock. He is as brave as any soul could be. Any more shooting for you, sir?
I have 2 shots here. I'll shoot up into the Howder at the rider.
Try and get that film moment. Snipe him out.
Yeah, give it a crack. They moved.
They moved.
Not
No
hit.
hits.
I believe that is it.
Okay, cool. Well, time to return fire because we're not a fan of being shot to pieces. These guys can, of course, all shoot because they are in combat, but they're up in the Howder. So they are going to open fire on... Ooh, I've got 1 that's going to be able to see Madril past Stalk Unseen. Stalk Unseen no longer applies because we're in turn 4, so Madril is going to be able to be shot by a whole bunch of these archers. So I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4 into him. I don't think this guy's going to be able to see past his own Howder. So that's 4, but he is going to have in the ways, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are needing 3s to hit. Oh, that's not too bad. And let's see if we hit the forest or the scrubland. So of course we're looking at for forest. Yeah, 4s. There we go. 1, 2 get past, and then 5s I think to wound Madril. No, he's fine. And then we've got another dude back here who can be targeted by 1, 2, and 3 because he's a little bit further away. So 1, 2, 3, needing 3s to hit. That's a 1, a 3, and a 4. So 2 hits. And big 6. Oh, this is my in the way roll, of course. So 1 gets through. And there's the big 6 again. Very nice. Down goes a ranger. Alright, now let's return fire at these pesky rangers behind us. We're off the board now, but let's just get some injury wounds to help our fellow Mummock. So all these gentlemen here at the back, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are going to be able to see. And they're all shooting at these 3 here. 6 dice needing 3s. Get those 2s out of there. And now we need 5s. And down go 2 rangers. Youch.
These Haradrim archers.
Yeah, man, they're
So
lethal.
good.
They're lethal. Alright, that is shooting for me. Oh no, I've got some archers on this side too, of course, from the other side of the Howder. So, you haven't shot, you haven't shot, you haven't shot, and you haven't shot. I think that dude up the top has. So that is 4 for me, and we're going to fire straight down into this lone ranger. Needing 3s, and needing 5s. Overkill. Down he goes, 2 6s.
Wow.
Alright, so that's the end of shooting. Let's jump into the combat phase. So what do we want to start with, Tom? Shall we do
Work our way across.
work
I
our
guess.
way?
Yeah.
Alright, Damrod. And I've got him this time, and he's trapped. Haradrim needing 5s, and I'll see if I get any more wounds. There we go. Doesn't need his fate point. Down goes Damrod.
No.
1-on-1 with this Haradrim here. Goes to you on fight buddy. Nice. Gets him with the 6. Okay. In here.
Warrior against 2 Haradrim.
Yep. That's 5s for me.
You take it.
Needing 5, so that's nothing. And then a 1-on-1 just in here, these 2. 5s for me. Needing 5s again. And he's safe as houses. Alright, so the big one. We've got Mumakil on one pesky little ranger. I've got 3 attacks. And big one. Goes to me. And you're gonna get crunched, I think. Yeah, down he goes.
Oh no.
That's what you get for charging the Mumakil. He was brave, but foolish. Alright, over here.
1-on-1.
I've got a 6. Lovely work, Haradrim. And a 3.
No,
Doesn't put the wounds on him. Now I gangbanged 1 here, so 2-on-1.
6.
Oh, lovely.
Boom.
Yeah, the Rangers are dishing it. And I'll back away. And then a little 1-on-1 here.
5, I take it again.
5 value.
4, strength 3, defense 4.
No, he is safe.
That's
1-on-1. No, yeah, that's all of them. Cool. All right. So a pretty brutal turn. Let's jump into priority for turn number 5, which will be the telling turn, I think. Oh, goes the firsters of good.
Alrighty, so for my move, I've engaged these guys that were fighting Damrod with 1 ranger again, just to hold them up. 2 archers have moved full, so they're getting ready for next turn in case the mimic runs, because big old Madril's charged them to try and hold him down another turn. Engaged some combats here with rangers, and we're holding them up with a few rangers just in a last-ditch effort to move Faramir up, so he's run up 6 inches to get to the top of the cliff to get a sniping shot, and we have 1 sneaky ranger hidden in the woods, ready to take a shot.
Very nice. Alright, well, there's not much movement left for me. I've just charged in and mopped up a couple of these combats with my Haradrim. And of course, the big move is... 1 Mumik is off the board. And that is a score for the Forces of Evil. So that takes us into shooting, Tom. You are up first.
So I've got 1 shot from the ranger in the woods. He's going to just take a pot shot at the guy at the top. So he hits.
In the way?
In the way. He gets through.
Ooh, need another one of those.
He doesn't get the rerolls at 1s anymore.
Oh, damn. Bad luck. Any more shooting for you?
No, that's me this turn.
Goodness. All right. Well, I've still got all of my boys up here in this howdah. We're going to return fire at that pesky little ranger with a couple of these lads. I don't think we can see Faramir. Let's have a look. Nah, he's pretty hidden. He's pretty hidden, which works well for the captain of Gondor. So let's have a look. See, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Who can see this guy? I'm just not sure he's going to survive. 3s. There's a 1, there's 2s, there's 1s. Oh, here we go.
Right,
now we got a in the way roll through the woodlands. Oh, look at that!
Oh, there we go.
They all hit the trees. That's what I get for being cocky and brash. Okay, I've got a couple of dudes left here who are going to target these gentlemen down here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 might be able to see. No, he cannot see, but this guy at the front can. So it is still 4. So we're looking for 3s. Ooh, geez, triple 1s. And a 6. And another 6. Down goes a ranger.
Oh, no.
Look at him. He's very unhappy. The rangers are falling all over the place. Okay, well, not much shooting. That's a stark contrast to the beginning. Where shall we begin, Tom?
We'll work our way along to the exciting ones.
Yep, so 3-on-1.
Yep.
And 6 high for me, only just. And a 6. Down he goes. Goodbye, Mr. Ranger. Alright, jumping into the forest then.
Yeah, so the 2-on-1.
Yep, 2 Haradrim needing... Oh, he's trapped against the other combat too. 6, down he goes on the first one. And then we've got a 1-on-1 in there as well. Alright, these Mordor dice today. And there we go, he survives.
Oh, alright, now the big combat. Madril on a Mumakil.
This is going to be huge. Alright. 4 brave Madril. Okay, so 3 attacks each. We got the same fight value.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got 2, sorry. Same fight value. Yeah, set it for me. Set it for me. Oh, no 6s. Oh, come on. Let's see how we go. Oh,
yes,
you've got it.
on.
Now I've only got 1 point of might with mine. So yep, Madril's got it. So strength 4 on D7.
Needing 6s.
What a fucking champion.
Yeah.
Okay, well, straight away we're into stampede time. So let's have a look. I have taken a wound. What's that take that Mumik down to? 3?
He's down to 3 now.
3 wounds. There's still hope for the Forces of Gondor. Oh, big stampede!
There we go.
It's not over till it's over. Far out. Madril making the big charge. and getting a spicy stampede-inflicting wound on the Mumak. All right, let's knock off the rest of these combats and get into that pretty exciting stampede.
All right, so 1 on 1 here.
Yep.
6.
And all yours.
Nothing.
Nothing, and I'll go that way.
And
All
my
right.
Trapped warrior.
Yep, 3 on 1. Oh yeah, got it. Only
good.
just. And nothing on the first round. 1 on the second.
Hey,
Down he goes. And another 3 on 1 there.
Yeah.
Those 3 there.
6.
Woo, lovely. And you got on 5 value anyway, don't you? Far out.
I'll take this one.
Very nice. Wow, what a turn. What a turn. So, Madrigal got the big juicy wound. That's going to cause a stampede. We're moving into turn 6 now. I could have a bit of trouble getting this Mormac off the board, actually. Let's have a look at priority.
Yeah, I got
Goes to you. Oh dear. Alright, let's have a look at how this turn number 5 unfolds.
Yeah, so pretty much my warriors over here have died, so I've just pulled the last of my troops up, engaged them in combats, and left Madrigal undercover, ready for shooting. We've also then put our warriors in just to block this pass up, and we now have Faramir and 1 ranger in the outcrop, so we've got 2 hero units able to shoot. Now that the Mummak's able to stampede, we've got a few options. We can kind of push him into the woods, but he can still escape. We can send him backwards, or we can try and go for the outright kill this turn. So we're actually going to try and stampede him into this rock cliff. So we're ruling that the cliff would be as strong as a fortification, so that means it's as strong as the other Mummak kill type thing. So it'll inflict 3 strength 9 wounds on the Mummak when it charges into it.
Boom, what a big crash. Alright, so Mummak's got 3 wounds left, doesn't it, Tommy?
3 wounds left.
And what do you need? 3s.
3 threes.
Let's see how we go. Oh!
There we go.
The Mummak has fallen. He has ploughed headlong into this little rock face, and his own tusk has lodged up through his skull and penetrated his brain and landed the killing blow. Wow, what an epic conclusion to a pretty seesawing game, eh?
That was awesome.
That was epic. Alright, let's jump into the post game. We'll have a look at how this whole match unfolded.
Well, that was an absolutely epic game. Thank you, dude.
That was awesome.
That was very, very fun indeed. Yeah, wow. I kind of didn't unfold how I expected it to be honest. That, like, shooting early game, I was just shitting myself.
Yeah, so dangerous.
The free shoot and then all those, like, the reroll ones and me not really being able to dish anything back because of Stalk Unseen. You know, at the start of the game, I was like, in 4 turns, I could just be off the board with a couple of heroic marches, but you managed to keep yourself in, and a draw in the end, because 1 Mummak off and 1 Mummak killed counts as a draw. So we're still, the forces of good and evil are still tied at 1-1 after our 3 matches. Who was your MVP, Tommy?
Madril's got to be. I think the heroes pulled out, used their might, splashed it to get some wounds, but Madril really going in and holding it up.
Yeah.
And dishing out that last win just to get the
Stampede wounds.
Was huge. Yeah.
He was an epic player. And I mean, he performed really well in your first game as well.
Shooting, in the last game, really well.
He's such a great kind of well-rounded hero. And the 3 might points as well, being able to do that extra burn.
Yeah.
We noticed you did that as well with Faramir. You did like a big might burn, which ended up grabbing a wound as well. So yeah, heroes are certainly the big players. My MVP has got to be my Haradrim archers. They were just lethal.
Yeah, really good.
Absolutely killing rangers left, right, and centre. Who I have to say probably they were certainly the losers, weren't they?
Rangers were getting crunched. I think maybe slightly different play. It was just that starting in 6. I feel like if you could set up fully, like taking advantage of terrain, you know, I'd have like guys in these woods at the front. Like that's where I wanted, but having to have them in the open play against Haradrim archers, they seem to just die.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you think that, like, sort of looking back, maybe it might have been a bit of a better option for you to put a little bit more, like, late game on that weight? I mean, I can see why, because obviously you want to take advantage of that free shoot, try and dish as much pain as possible, so it's sort of like chucking your eggs in that basket, but maybe a few squads a little bit further down. Obviously these guys were there, but they
I think the main issue was having them in open terrain. I wanted to get them up so they could get the advantage of anywhere.
And it looked amazing.
I think maybe having a few I just maybe probably late game that side would have been more powerful than here. I think.
Yeah, true.
If we played again, I would realise that Haradrim, they pretty much have castle walls and then shoot you really strong. So I think swapping my positioning and having my late game side on that side, because they could be in these trees here, would have been more powerful.
Yeah, certainly a very fun match, and true to, or almost true to the film events. Damrod died, obviously, which doesn't happen, but one Mumakil escaped and one did not, which is certainly how things unfold in our narrative as well. So, an awesome game. Thanks so much for playing, dude.
It's good.
What do we got looking forward? There's a couple of Pelagia scenarios which are next, which we're going to skip and move into our final Osgiliath showdown, and then we've got into some all sorts of Gondor and Pelennor Fields action, so lots of stuff to look forward to here in our Gondor at War campaign. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed that. If you haven't seen the first couple of episodes, they are linked down in the description below, and there's a big playlist of juicy SPG battle reports and all sorts of other battle reports and terrain here on the channel, so make sure you guys check that out as well. If you're new around here, subscribe, and if you want to support the channel, jump on over to Patreon. The links are in our description. And yeah, in the meantime, keep on SPG gaming. Cheers, guys.
This city was once the jewel of our kingdom. A place of light and beauty and music. And so it shall be once more!
Sunday's found peace into the abyss.
This is my hour.
The city of Osgiliath has been reclaimed!